Lamine Yamal is one of the biggest talents in Barcelona. Some people even compare him to Lionel Messi. He's only 16 years old and he's playing insane for Barcelona and the Spanish national team. And today I'm playing his career for the upcoming 10 seasons and we are going to see if we can complete a couple of challenges. There's one problem, Yamal is only 76 overall, so some of these challenges are going to be very difficult, like winning the Ballon d'Or, getting more than 150 goals, or getting him to a 99 overall. Or winning the World Cup or the Euros can happen right now, because we're starting his career in the Euros 2024. So let's go. It's a great start for Spain if they manage to top the group, and Lamine Yamal even got to score a couple of goals. In the last 16 we got matched up against Slovakia. On Spain we should be able to win this. We lost. And so Spain got knocked out in the last 16 to Slovakia. Unfortunately, we don't even get to see who won it, but let's just say it's the Netherlands. There he is, back at the club, 79 overall after that wonderful Euro performance. That's a decent upgrade. Hopefully that upgrade can make sure he starts this season for Barcelona. There is a lot of competition with Rafinha, Torres and even Ansu Fati. His stats aren't that great. I mean, his dribbling and pace is okay. He even has 5-star skill moves. We gotta give him a development plan on that shooting. And with that, it's time to simulate to the end of the first season. Fortunately, he didn't really get playtime. He played 11 games and scored 3 goals. I don't think he will be top scorer or top assister this season. But he already grew 2 ratings, which makes him 81 overall, and that's getting closer and closer to that 99. Unfortunately, Barcelona doesn't manage to win a La Liga or a Supercopa, but we won a Copa de España, which makes the total trophy count to 1. We topped the group in the Champions League. We won the last 16 to Arsenal, and we won the quarterfinal to Newcastle, but in the semi-final we lost from Benfica on penalties. Not the best first season for Yamal, but we got a trophy and a couple of goals, so it's time for season 2, and Yamal is now 17 years old. Barcelona made 1 transfer, Trent Alexander-Arnold, which means no more João Cancelo. Let's simulate to the end of season 2. This season he only played 8 games with 3 goals and 1 assist. Look on the bright side, his first assist. He has already grown to an 84 overall, which is very good, but he requested a transfer, and that's not very useful for a challenger because we still need to win a La Liga, and this might be the only season where we can achieve that, so let's just hope that we can win it. And Barcelona won La Liga. That completes our first challenge. Didn't win the Supercopa and no Copa de España. We topped our Champions League group, knocked out Leipzig. We won 6-1 from Chelsea, but we lost from Arsenal. This Barcelona team is getting better and better, but unfortunately Yamal wants to leave. Excited to see where he will go though, because I really want to go to the Premier League. Our first transfer offer is in and it's Real Madrid. Of course we're not going to do that. Maybe Nice, but we don't have any challenges to complete there. We really need to complete a Premier League challenge. But what about Liverpool? I think we should accept that. 52.5 million. That's exactly what we're going to do. Yamal to Liverpool. This team is actually really good. There's a perfect spot for Lamine Yamal on the right wing, but there is some competition though. Jota and Diaz, they might cause some problems. Oh, it's time to simulate to the end of the 3rd season. Welcome to the end of the 3rd season, and Lamine Yamal actually played a bunch of games. 43 games, 18 goals and 7 assists. But what is happening to Dominic Szoboszlai? We came to England to win the Premier League, so we can't do that. Unfortunately, we got 2nd, no FA Cup, but we won a Carabao Cup. This is as important. We top our Champions League group. We won in the final 16 from Dortmund. We won in the quarterfinals from Leipzig, and we won in the semi-finals from Manchester City. And that means a final against Bayer Leverkusen. And I hope that we can just win this game, because Leverkusen is very strong, but we will of course win our first Champions League with Lamine Yamal. And before we continue on to next season, it's time for the 2026 World Cup, and of course there's a spot for Lamine Yamal in the first Spain 11. This team is actually pretty good, but the only thing we don't have is a real striker. This is our group: Ukraine, New Zealand and Sweden. Shouldn't be too difficult, so we easily get through the group, and Lamine Yamal even scored a couple of goals. But the first game after the group, and we lost to Morocco. Season number 4, and this season Liverpool decided to spend all their money on Kylian Mbappe, and I think it was buy 2 get 1 free. I don't know, some kind of double deal. I don't know. This team is insane, and I just saw that they even bought the Ligt. I have no idea when that happened. Lamine Yamal is now 85 overall, and his dribbling stats are insane, but we gotta get that passing up though. I mean, let's give him a playmaker development plan, why not? And with that, it's time to simulate to the end of the 4th season. It's the end of the 4th season. What's happening here? I feel like 2 red cards and an injury. It should be a weird season. Weird season or not, we got 4th in the Premier League. Chelsea actually won it. We won an FA Cup. We didn't win the Carabao Cup. We lost 5-0 to Barcelona. That's a painful one for Yamal. 5 seasons in, and Yamal's now 19 years old and 87 overall, which is nuts. He's getting better and better. He even scored 15 goals and 9 assists in 46 games this season, which brings us total to 46. But we really need to step up our game, which could happen now since he's now higher overall. His passing is now 75, which is pretty good. His shooting is 80, so we might want to get that up. It's now the start of season 5, and Reece James got bought by Liverpool. This team is getting stronger and stronger. We might want to play Gakpo on the left. What's happening to Van Dijk? Come on. I thought we lost Mbappe, but he's just chilling on the bench. It's time to simulate to the end of season 5. It is now June 2028, and this year we got a Euros to count in. But that's not our main focus. Let's first check out the Premier League. We got 2nd behind Man City. We still didn't win it. We didn't win a Community Shield, no FA Cup, and also no Carabao Cup. But we topped our Champions League group. We go through the final 16, but we lost in the quarterfinal to Borussia Dortmund. Oh, is now 88 overall and only 20 years old. He scored 17 goals and got 4 assists this season. Not his best season, but I don't know what we should do with Liverpool. Before we make that decision, it's time for the Euros to take place. That midfield with Rodri, Pedri is insane, and Torres at striker. We should easily win this group, even though Germany is in there. Let's start out with Wales, but we actually drew to them. How about Sweden? What is happening, man? It doesn't mean we're out just yet, but we still gotta win our last game to Germany, and Sweden has to lose. But let's simulate our game to Germany. We're out of the Euros this early. Even got last in our group. Who expected that? Also, the Netherlands got grouped. What's going on this year? Let's just quickly forget about this. I mean, if Liverpool keeps pulling off this kind of transfers, I have no reason to leave. This team is actually getting insane. They spent 670 million this season. Everything is gone. What happened this year? Let's just simulate to the end of this season. It's the end of the 6th season, and can we actually win a trophy with this team? Let's check out our Premier League. Oh, it's only 1 point as well. We just can't win the Prem. We won an FA Cup though, and a Carabao Cup, and we topped our Champions League group. In the final 16, we won from AC Milan 5-1. We won from Juventus, but we lost to Internazionale in the semi-finals on penalties. Lamine Yamal is now 94 overall. That's a +6 this season. He actually performed really good, 34 goals and 7 assists in 62 games, which makes his total to 98 now. He's getting closer and closer to that 150. He didn't win the Golden Boot. Haaland actually won that. He got 4th. Behind Mbappe, Martinelli and Haaland. Also no top assistant this year. That was Højlund. He's getting better and better by the season, so we might want to check the Ballon d'Or every now and then from now on. That this Liverpool can win the Premier League, it doesn't make sense. And we didn't win the Premier League, but this team is that good that we shouldn't even consider leaving. Not a lot of transfers. I see a Botman and a Verbruggen to strengthen up the bench. Lamine Yamal is now one of the best players in the world. We should get his passing up though. 82 passing is not that good for a right winger. We're getting closer and closer to completing our challenge and at 150 goals. And also the Premier League. We really want to win that. We only need 5 ratings for the 99 challenge though. Let's simulate to the end of the season. But before we simulate to the complete end of the season, it's time for the Ballon d'Or ceremony this year. Yamal is a nominee, but still Mbappe is performing good for us and is nominated. But the winner is Haaland. Okay. It's now June 2030 and we're in the finals of the Champions League this year. Szoboszlai has a red card and all the other players are pretty tired. Jamal's now 98 overall. So close to that 99 rating. His stats are insane. How did he perform? Wow, Kylian Mbappe scored 37 goals and 13 assists this year. But still, Yamal scored 29 goals and got 21 assists. He's now on 126 total goals. We should be able to get at 150 goals. With these assists, he got a total of 46 now. It's time to go for that 2nd Champions League. And for that, we eliminated Barcelona, Sporting and Inter to play City in the finals. We finally won a Premier League, so we can tick that challenge off. We didn't win a Community Shield. We won an FA Cup though. And now it's time to simulate to the final, and that before we go on to the World Cup. Just hope we can win this Champions League final. Let's simulate, and we lost on penalties. Jamal still won Champions League. Yamal even missed his penalty. This one must have hurt a lot for Jamal. But forget about the Champions League, it's time for the World Cup. And this Spain team is actually insane. It's dropping down a little bit, but we're getting more and more talents in. We still don't have a real striker though. We got Torres in the striker position, but it's not a real striker. What's Grimaldo doing here? Last time we didn't even get through the group, so let's try and do that first this time. And for that we gotta eliminate Poland, Hungary and the United States. And we even won all of those games, so that wasn't really a problem. But the first game after is again against Morocco, and last time we lost that game. So come on Spain, we won 3-1 from Morocco. Yamal even scored one. Quarterfinals is against England. Is it coming home? It might be coming home. We actually lost to England. After this there's only one more chance, and that's the Euros 2032. We got 3 more seasons to go, and I think our time at Liverpool is done. It's time to return the Wonder Kid to Barcelona, and I'm pretty sure Lamine Yamal earned that number 10 here at Barcelona. And there's a perfect spot on the right wing for Yamal, even though we gotta put a 90 Rodrigo on the bench. That's how good this team is. Let's simulate to the end of Season 8. Our first season back in La Liga, and we win it. We won a Supercopa. We didn't win the Copa de España, but we topped our Champions League group, where we got knocked out in the final 16 to our former club Liverpool. Yamal is still 98 overall, so are we getting to that 99? That's still a question. 28 goals, 9 assists in his first season back at Barcelona, which makes our total 155. So we actually won that challenge. 58 assists, so we're above the 200 goal contributions in total after 8 seasons. So excited to see if we can win the other challenges, but at least we got this one. Top scorer Erling Haaland this season with 26 goals, and Kubo is the top assister. So no other challenges for Lamine Yamal, but let's simulate to the end of next season. But before we do that, we have a Ballon d'Or, and our winner is revealed by Rivaldo. It is Erling Haaland. Lamine Yamal is getting closer and closer. At least he got nominated this year. I wonder if we will ever win one though. He's now 99 overall, so we can tick off that challenge. And that at only 24 years old. He's getting along this season. 9 goals in 14 games, so that's a decent record. Haaland has 10 though. That's a decent battle to have inside of the club. Let's simulate to the end of the season. It's the end of the 9th season and both of our backs are injured, but at least we won La Liga again this year. No Supercopa, no Copa de España, but we topped our Champions League group again. We won from PSV, we won from Bayern Munich, but we lost from Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals. What did Lamine Yamal do this year? He's now 99 overall at 24 years old. Imagine how good he can actually get. 6 goals more than Haaland, 37 goals and 15 assists this year, which makes him the top goal scorer in La Liga. We actually completed that challenge. He didn't get top assister this year. That's Frankie de Jong from midfield. That's actually impressive. These are the challenges we actually completed this far, and this year there's another shot at an international tournament because it's time for the Euros 2032. This is a pretty bad team compared to the Spain we had before, but we finally have a decent striker now. Escobar can mean something for us. This is our group: France, Finland and Scotland. You should say that we should easily go through, but we managed to just get through. See what happens in the rest of the tournament. We actually managed to eliminate Portugal by this banger from Lamine Yamal, and we managed to win 1-0 from England. And that means it's time for the final against Germany. Here comes Lamine Yamal with a skill move inside to chip the keeper, and he scores in the Euro final and makes it 1-0 for Spain. Brilliant move by Yamal to get inside, do a skill move and chip the keeper perfectly. This goal is just beautiful, but it isn't done yet. Here comes Lamine Yamal inside to drop it off to Escobar, who finishes it, and it's 2-0 at the end of the game in the Euro final. And with that, we actually win this final and win the Euros. And there is the trophy, and there is our captain Marco Asensio, who will lift the trophy next to Lamine Yamal, and we win our first international prize. These are the challenges he already managed to complete. You know what he doesn't have yet? The Ballon d'Or. And after such a season and winning the Euros, I mean, there's only one person who should win it, right? Here are the nominees. Mbappe, Haaland, Vini and Lamine Yamal are nominated for the Ballon d'Or 2032. There's one player who should win it, and it should be Lamine Yamal. Come on, Beckham, show us the card. It is Lamine Yamal. Of course, we win our first Ballon d'Or in the last season. And that means if we pick up the challenges, we got the top 3 challenges. In the middle column, we got 2 challenges. And in the bottom row, we only need to be the top assister. assister. And that is still possible. And for that, we gotta simulate to the end of the final season. The final season is June 2033. I haven't paid attention to Barca, so I don't know what happened, but we actually delegated. Oh, we don't have a goalkeeper? Is that such a big deal? That's not my problem though. This is my final season here. Lamine Yamal is 15 goals and 5 assists in 48 games, which puts his total on 209 goals and 79 assists. I don't think we actually won any prizes this year. That brings our total trophy count to 12. And of course a Ballon d'Or. We also managed to complete all of these challenges. Let me know what player I should use next. And don't forget to click this video, because in this video I reset Toni Kroos his career. And it was a very good video.